Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Happy MLK Day. Speaking of which, why aren't we off today? What is that, racism? Is that a racist thing? It's a racist thing, right?
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, it's a racist thing. Weird.
Well, should we leave?
Yeah, we should.
You want to go?
We're not going to, but we should. We probably should. But here we are. So it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, or what do they call it? Civil Rights Day? Is that what it is?
No, Martin Luther King Day.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just MLK Day.
I'm not sure that's true.
What?
I think in some places they call it Civil Rights Day.
What place do you want me to answer for?
I don't know.
It's a federal holiday, MLK Day.
Whatever place that calls it Civil Rights Day.
My phone says it's MLK Day.
All right. Well,
but,
maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Let me look and see here. Where is it Civil Rights Day?
Maybe I'm living in the past when they used to call it that. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. But I know that there was somebody somewhere who called it Civil Rights Day at some point.
Oh.
That may have changed.
That would be Arizona and New Hampshire.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow,
Thank you.
Well, you nailed it for 2 of the 50. Remember Arizona, that was a big thing because they didn't want to recognize MLK Day for the longest time.
Right.
And
racists.
Right. That became a stink.
Yeah.
So maybe the compromise was, we'll call it Civil Rights Day.
I bet it was, yeah. Yep. Also, the Inauguration Day is Wednesday. Won't that be fun? Won't that be nice? Just 20,000 troops are in D.C. Don't worry about that. 20,000 troops, more than in Iraq and Afghanistan combined.
I know.
Are in D.C., in Washington, D.C., to oversee the... Boy, that's a sad state of affairs.
Boy, 2020 is looking like a good year now, huh?
Yeah. No, from the beginning, it looked pretty good. So we've got the Democrat agenda coming up with open borders. I mean, the first day he plans to sign some goofy immigration thing that's going to undo everything President Trump tried to do. And so there's now we got a caravan on its way. Just 8,000 though this time. Just 8,000 people. What's another 8,000 people among friends? You know, just pouring across the U.S. border. Do we have the footage of them breaking across one of the borders yesterday?
It's Honduras and Guatemala here.
Okay. And there they
coming
go.
Through.
Bye-bye. That was easy.
Right. And there it is, the U.S. Capitol. No.
No, actually, that's Guatemala.
Yeah.
As they're pouring into the country illegally. And look at them, try to keep them out. They're really working hard at keeping them out of there.
Well,
they're standing around watching them. They tried for a minute.
They tried. Yeah.
Tried for half a second.
So
and they keep pouring in, and that's who's other way. Now, I'm sure none of them have COVID-19. None of them.
Right.
I'm sure they've all been carefully screened and tested, and they're all COVID negative. And so as soon as they pour across our border, everything's going to be great.
Yeah, you heard 8,000. I heard 12,000.
Did you really?
So,
wow. I haven't heard 12.
Here they come.
But it's a lot.
And I love how the Biden administration is like, not yet. Stop it.
Yeah.
Tell them not yet.
Yeah. This is not the time to be doing that. Yeah. You don't want them on Inauguration Day poured across the U.S. border like that? Why? Why? Is that a bad optic for you? Oh, wow.
They probably would have
to see that happen.
Been up there in time for the inauguration had it not been for the delays of the recounts and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably would have.
Probably, let's just wait just in case. I'm not getting up there and find out Trump's still in charge. So
it'll take them a couple of weeks probably to get to the border, but it's an inconvenient time for the Biden administration. So go home. Turn around and go home. Doesn't look like they're doing that.
No, I definitely could tell which way north was by watching that video for sure.
Yeah. Yep. So here they come again. And, the virus is out of control in Central and South America. So how many of them have COVID? A lot. I don't know how many, but a lot of them do.
Boy, it looked like they were social distancing to me.
Oh, weren't they, though? Yeah, let's see them pour across the border one more time. You'll see the social distancing going on. Yeah, Yeah, they're only crammed in.
Oh, yeah, we're coming through.
Okay, and there they go. Now there's some distancing.
Yeah, now there's some distancing. Yeah, they're distancing themselves from their own countries.
Woohoo! Yeah!
That's Black Friday.
That's great.
Ugh, I hate seeing people.
And they just trample each other. Come on.
Y'all can slow down and walk now. The cops are done giving you a hard time.
They don't care anymore.
Right.
They don't care. So this is day one. This is day one of the Biden administration. And it's prior to day one that they've encouraged all of that. They're encouraging it again, and that's why the caravans are on their way again. Haven't had to deal with this for the last, year or two, it seems like.
Huh.
I wonder why. It's because we really had a president who really told them not to come here and meant it and said, you're not going to get in, and meant it. So now they understand that there's a new kid in town, and he doesn't mean it. Well, he means what he's saying, which is, yeah, come on in. We're perfectly fine with it. So open borders. I expect there'll be some defunding of the police, even though Biden has said, oh, no, that's nothing could be further from the truth for us. No. Higher taxes. Absolutely. The Green New Deal. Their socialized medicine agenda. Their free college education. I guess that's going to start pretty soon. That's not a day one priority, apparently.
Yeah.
Abortion anytime during a pregnancy. That's on the way. And already here, as a matter of fact. They're already talking about reparations. Reparations to Native and African Americans. And Portland, we'll get into a story about Portland here, demanding reparations for people of color. Will they pack the court? I don't know. I would guess they will. I mean, why not? There'll be an effort, already is, to eliminate the Electoral College. Although that's less significant now that they won the Electoral College this time. They would not surprise me to see them try to lower the voting age to 16. Allow felons to vote from prison because they know that most felons are Democrats. The confiscation of guns, the buybacks. They're certainly already silencing differing voices. That's already happening. So just a look ahead at what we've got to look forward to. And that's just a partial list. And day one, he's getting us back into the Paris Accord. Even though the UN said, yeah, there's no reason for you to do that. You're already exceeding everybody on the, who's on the Accord. We're already doing better than all the Paris Accord nations.
And we're not even in it.
And we're not in it.
No, please handcuff us more.
So they're going to get us back into it. And they're going to redo the Iranian nuclear deal.
Oh, good. More cash on the tarmac?
Yep.
That was a good reprieve that Trump gave us for 4 years.
Yeah, it was nice.
Appreciate the chance to breathe for a moment.
Yep. And now we're back to not being able to. So,
well, it's a happy Monday.
Yes, it is.
And noon Wednesday, Joe Biden is set to take the oath of office.
Yay! It's not
but
good.
yeah, you're right. I mean, the troops in the city, they're over 20,000. I think we're over 21,000 now. They're there.
And I love the shot of them. Look at this. This is how they're living while they're in the Capitol. This is where they've got them sleeping on the floor of the Capitol building.
Look at that.
That's where our troops have been assigned to sleep. Yeah, just go ahead and pull up a floor anywhere.
United States of America.
It's unbelievable.
2021. Troops lining the hallways of Congress.
You couldn't even provide cots or something for them? We couldn't do that? Really? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Marble sleeps well, though.
Oh, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, man.
I've laid on marble, and it's incredibly comfortable.
Yeah.
You're right, Keith.
Yeah.
It's
fluffy.
Yeah. I mean, that's unbelievable. I don't think most of them even had pillows. I think they're laying on their sacks. They're laying on what they brought, their backpacks and that kind of thing. So great. That's great.
Yeah.
So we're treating them well. That's awesome. Treating them well.
But there have been people trying to get through the security fences and the perimeter, I think they got one guy with how many rounds of ammunition, I forgot. This couple was trying to say they were in, I think, Trump's cabinet. Or something.
What? Really?
Yeah, what?
So some nutty
You're the
people?
secretary of what? Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Galakowitz commercial comes to mind. But yeah, it's been a fun time. So
it has. It has. I loved Louis Gohmert quoting Nancy Pelosi the other day, and then the left just going ballistic over it. Listen to what he had to say, and he even mentions, I'm quoting now. Listen to this.
Here's a quote. I just don't even know why there aren't more uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be. Or, sadly, the domestic enemies of our voting system and honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with their allies in Congress of the United States.
What? Is he calling for more insurrection?
Those are all quotes from our speaker.
Oh, and he even said, he wasn't even trying to pull a fast one on them by using their own quotes against them and getting them all fired up. He flat out told them those are the quotes from the speaker. If you don't believe it, listen to this.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be when people realize that this is a policy that they defend.
Yeah. So she called for uprisings all over the country. Nobody said, what? Why is she calling for insurrection?
Yeah,
amazing.
When's her trial?
Yeah. It should be very, very soon. Should be today, right now. But we're sadly going to have to wait a while for that, like forever. In the meantime, she's fining House members up to $10,000 for evading the metal detectors that are in the Capitol building. See, because Republicans must now go through the metal detectors because we can't trust them anymore. We can't trust the Republicans. They're insurrectionists, of course. In a statement, Pelosi alleged House Republicans have disrespected our heroes by verbally abusing them. Like who? What are you talking about? And they're refusing to adhere to basic precautions keeping our members of congressional community, including the Capitol Police, safe. Seems as if this also has to do with a handful of Republican lawmakers attempting to carry their own legally owned firearms into the Capitol.
Because that would be crazy. Why would you want to be armed in the Capitol of all places, huh? Do we have any recent examples of why you would want to be armed to protect yourself in the United States Capitol? Anything come to mind, huh?
Not that I could think of.
No, okay, sorry.
Why, did you have something in mind?
No, I was just throwing it out there because I don't know.
Yeah. They were so petrified that they were going to be strung up by these unruly mobs. Wouldn't a gun have been a, fairly logical thing to have with them? They could have stopped the mob pretty quickly if they would have pulled out their guns. But, of course, yeah, that's not going to be discussed or thought about or considered at all because it just makes too much sense. Amazing. Lawmakers can have their firearms at the Capitol, though, but not inside the House or Senate chamber.
Because, it's not like a crazy mob's going to
it's not like
show
anybody,
up.
Right.
Can you imagine? There are...
Not in America, right?
Can you imagine if the room was full of armed representatives waiting for them?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I can think of several representatives I would not want with firearms, but can you imagine if they
would have been a
breach
bloodbath.
The room,
yeah,
and they have 435 weapons pointed at them.
I think they'd leave pretty quickly.
They might get out of there.
I think they'd leave
might help out
very quickly. Yeah. All right. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. For now, Have you ever wondered what makes Omaha steaks so incredibly good? Well, I'm going to let you know a little secret. It's the aging process. First of all, they use superior cattle, of course. But then they age that meat. And it's at least a 21-day process because that's the sweet spot. It's where the magic happens. 21 days. So you could try those mouth-watering steaks in the Butcher's Best Sellers grill pack. That includes 4 of their iconic fork-tender Butcher's Cut filet mignons, 4 ultra-juicy burgers, 4 savory pork chops, the desserts that are incredibly delicious.
Why are you doing this, dude? I'm hungry now. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, here's what you can do.
Okay.
Go to Omaha Steaks, enter Gray into the search bar, and you'll get a special price on this Butcher's Best Sellers package. You'll get the the Gray price.
G-R-A-Y?
Yeah, G-R-A-Y.
Okay.
Not like the Rogers price, which doesn't exist.
Oh, the Rogers rate?
Yeah, the Rogers rate.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Jake from State Farm needs to get in his face over that, by the way. But yeah, so G-R-A-Y. And
Yes.
what's that going to do for me at omahasteaks.com?
It's going to get you a special price on this Butcher's Best Sellers package. Plus, you'll get 4 more chicken breasts and 4 more of those delicious burgers for free. Now, they've been doing this since 1917, so they really have it down to a science. Go to omahasteaks.com, type the keyword Gray in the search bar, G-R-A-Y, and order the Butcher's Best Seller pack today. Don't forget, you'll get 4 free chicken breasts and 4 burgers. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword Gray.
It's Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze.
Hello. Here's something kind of interesting. There's a 10,000-year-old tree they discovered, and they, I guess they counted the rings. There were 10,800 of them or whatever.
What do they do? Chop it down to count the rings? That seems counterproductive.
It does.
Huh.
It does. I don't know how they counted the rings because you wouldn't chop it down, right? Hey, here's a really old tree. Let's cut it down, find out how old it used to be. Now it's dead, of course, because we just killed it.
But now we know.
But now we know how old it was.
And where do they find this?
A Swiss geologist found it, Christian Schluchter. So it's been in the Morteratsch Glacier. I'm assuming this is in Switzerland.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
Because the Great Basin bristlecone pine in California, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's 5,000 years old. This one's 10,000?
10,800. Yeah. So you know it's in the old world, right? It's got to be. And it is. And so it was astonishingly intact, they said. Even included some of the bark. Now, the unusual good condition of the tree trunk meant that it must not have been transported downward by the glacier. So I think it fell or something, and then it's preserved in the glacier.
Oh,
right?
Okay. By the way, I'm trying to figure out why it matters if it's in the old world or not. I mean, do trees migrate? Do they have a mass migration to the new world?
Yes.
I was trying to figure that one out.
They did.
So this thing is or is not still alive. So it died and it's frozen in this.
It's dead.
So it's
dead.
So it's not. It's kind of a technicality, huh?
But what it showed was that the world was warmer 10,800 years ago.
Well, then,
than it is today.
I love these kind of stories.
I do too. I absolutely love it.
Because they want to brag about their discovery about the tree, but let's keep it quiet that it has evidence in it that shows it used to be warmer.
And you know they're not going to talk about it in the mainstream media. You think you're going to see this on CNN today? No. They're not going to show you this. The original larch tree had lived 337 years before it died.
I see. Okay.
And the glacier buried it. Okay. So the research shows that the larch started growing 10,800 years ago, less than 1,000 years after the last ice age ended.
I see.
So the finding tells us that there used to be forests where the glaciers are found today, which means the glacier was once much smaller than it is today. The region was obviously warmer than it is today. I love this stuff.
I love it too.
I love it.
Kind of like how what barley used to grow in Greenland because it was warmer there.
Right.
The Vikings grew it there.
Yeah, kind of like when there was there's evidence of palm trees in the Arctic because it was warmer there at some point.
Oh, yeah, Pat?
In history.
Well, there used to be citrus trees in Great Britain. You know why? Because it used to be warmer there. I mean, we could do this all day. And I would like to point out that air pollution way down in 2020 because, the entire planet was on lockdown, right?
Yes.
But it was also one of the warmest years. So doesn't that prove that man isn't causing global warming with our pollution? If there was no pollution,
right,
and yet we have record warm temperatures during the same time across the planet, then obviously we're not the cause for the warm temperatures.
Well, they'll say, well, that was from before.
Okay.
That was from before.
Before I got it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we started this a long time ago, and now we can't stop it.
All right, well.
All right.
Your science is settled. My science is settled. Now get out of my face.
Yeah. So ridiculous. But I love this.
It. I love that little nugget.
I love it. And what are you going to say about that?
Yeah, I don't care about the tree. I don't care how cool it is. This old tree buried in ice or whatever. That little fun fact about how it proves that it used to be warmer. That's all I care about.
Me too. That's the only reason for the story.
That's right.
Don't care. 10,800-year-old tree. Cool. And what?
Moving on.
Oh, wait. It proves it was warmer back then? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Why'd they bury the lead? I mean, the most interesting thing in the story is in paragraph 12. Why?
I would love it if this story was talked about, and maybe Bill Nye the Science Guy could sound off on it. What does that mean, Bill?
This guy right here. Okay, here we go. This guy right here.
Oh, is that Bill Nye?
That's Bill Nye.
No, okay.
Yeah. Why isn't the globe on fire? Doesn't he like to set fire to his little globe?
Yeah, because it's so hot that it's on fire.
I didn't know his head turned around. Look at this poltergeist. He's
wow, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is. Whoops, it's actually about to fall off. I don't want to break you, Bill. There.
All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Also, the left-wing media has all decided now that the Capitol attack was all about white supremacy. Washington Post.
Okay.
Capitol attack is all about white supremacy. CNN. Capitol attack is clearly white supremacy. New York Times. White supremacy was motivation for Capitol attack. From the AP. White supremacy culminated in the Capitol attack. And the LA Times. White supremacists are nation's deadliest terror threat. Okay. Where are they getting white supremacy out of the Capitol riot, the Capitol building riot at all? What does that have to do with anything? Let's see, a white president is being replaced by a white president, so they're pissed off that one's whiter than the other? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I think I figured it out, Pat. Some of them were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." Isn't Mike Pence African American?
No, he's actually white as white can be. He's as pasty white as you could possibly get.
All right, well, there goes my theory. Thanks for embarrassing me on the air.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, how does this have anything to do with whiteness or white supremacy? They are so hung up on race. They're such racists that it's all they can make out of the world. Everything is racist to them. Everything is about race to them. Even things that, I mean, I can't even begin to understand how you make white supremacy out of the Capitol building attack. Just absolutely asinine. Also, despite the Parler backlash, Facebook played a huge role in fueling the Capitol riot.
Oh, gosh. You got some right-wing source in there?
Watchdogs.
Bunch of right-wing watchdogs going after Facebook, huh?
Yeah.
Like, where's this story? Where are you reading this story? Like,
no, it's the right wing. Salon.com. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, who are they? Okay. So who are they quoting about how Facebook is more responsible for what happened at the Capitol?
Media Matters.
Oh, again, going with the
Media
right-wing
Matters.
sources. The crazy far right.
Yeah, the crazy far right. Salon.com, and then Media Matters, which was started by Hillary Clinton and George Soros.
Right, they're working together to try to take the heat off their friends at Parler.
So ridiculous. The far-right social media platform, Parler. You know, when is Parler, up until this point in history, right now, when has Parler ever been described as a far right-wing media platform? I never saw that on stories about Parler. Yeah. In fact, I very rarely saw anything about Parler at all, as a matter of fact. But now, all of a sudden, it's a far-right social media platform. And they've shouldered much of the blame for last week's Capitol riot and may have since been rendered permanently defunct, but watchdog groups say much larger companies like Facebook carry more of the responsibility for the lead up to the pro-Trump siege. Hacked GPS metadata analyzed by Gizmodo shows that at least several Parler users managed to penetrate deep inside the Capitol. At least several.
So we're talking at least 3.
Right.
Okay.
Because I guess you'd say 2 or a couple.
Couple, yeah. But several.
But 3 would be several.
Okay.
Parler, which billed itself as free speech alternative to social networks that moderated posts and claims to have more than 12 million users, no doubt helped fuel last week's violence. But its role pales in comparison to social media behemoths like Facebook, which is used by nearly 70% of American adults. That's according to Angelo Carusone.
Who's that guy?
He's just the president and CEO of Media Matters.
Oh, wait, Media Matters.
Media Matters.
The far left group
yes.
is saying that Facebook has influence. Okay.
Indeed. If you took Parler out of the equation, you would still almost certainly have what happened at the Capitol, he told Salon.
Whoa.
Again, that far right-wing Salon.com. If you took Facebook out of the equation before that, you would not. To me, when Apple and Google sent their letter to Parler, I was a little bit confused why Facebook didn't get one. So great.
Oh, my goodness. So there you have it. You've got
it is.
The far left saying that the far left is responsible more so than the
far
right at the Capitol.
Huh.
Okay, then. Well,
imagine that. You know who else blamed Facebook for this and Mark Zuckerberg? Elon Musk. Elon Musk said, if you want to tap the person who's responsible, let's look at Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep. And this whole bringing Trump to trial, I mean, saying that he instigated this from his speech or whatever. I mean, you've got the FBI offices in New York and Virginia who were warning days ahead of time, hey, this is coming. And you had Trump offering assistance to the D.C. mayor, turned it down.
Yeah.
I can't. And like Jonathan Turley said, I mean, the Constitution really suffered the way that they did this impeachment.
Oh, big time.
Oh, gosh. He's absolutely accurate.
By the way, Parler's website is back online now.
Oh, goody.
So that's great.
Let's see.
With a message to lovers and haters. So they got back online yesterday, and here was their message for lovers and haters. Hello, world. Is this thing on? That's what John Mates wrote on the website, above a note from the company saying the platform would be restored after challenges were resolved. Mm-hmm. Now seems like the right time to remind you all, both lovers and haters, why we started this platform. We believe privacy is paramount and free speech essential, especially on social media. Our aim has always been to provide a nonpartisan public square where individuals can enjoy and exercise their rights to both. How about that?
This is what it looks like right now. It's like that technical difficulties image. So there's nothing going on there except for what you just read.
Okay.
But they're getting there.
Yeah. It's happening. They're coming back, which is great. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Got some tweets here. Hal Steelworks tweets, COVID doesn't affect refugees. We know this.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
True.
That's right, of course. So everybody who streams across the border, the southern border, completely healthy. Correct. Absolutely, totally, and completely healthy.
It's in the same category as BLM or Antifa rallies.
And can we keep in mind there's not a bad person among them? There's not one bad person there either.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, yeah, not one. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that any of them are rapists or thieves or murderers. I don't want to hear that any of that.
Okay, dog whistle.
They're all perfect people.
Perfect.
DMXDM. Someone finally found the first tree Jeffy planted. Yeah, the 10,800 euro. I think what he's saying there is Jeffy's old.
Pretty old.
Really, really old.
He's definitely getting up there.
Yeah, 10,800. Yeah, yeah, that's up there a ways. Mm-hmm. Also from Tyler, wait, the tree is dead? Couldn't you have broken that a little more gently? That tree they found in Switzerland, it's not doing so well. Oh no, it died.
Probably should water it.
We didn't get to them in time. Darn. So dang it. It's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
When you got these old trees dying like that, just sad. I'll tell you another thing that's sad is ice cream tainted with COVID-19.
Oh, come on, China, back off.
Wait a minute, where did you get that? Oh, it's because it's in the story. Wait a minute, how dare you cast aspersions on Chinese ice cream?
Yeah, my bad.
3 samples in China's Tianjin municipality showed traces of the coronavirus, possibly due to a combination of poor hygiene and cold storage temperatures.
Have they not started washing their hands in China yet? We've been talking about this for a year, y'all.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have.
Come on.
Yes, we have. It's infecting more than 93 million people across the globe. That's not enough. COVID has now been found in ice cream.
Give us a break.
Chocolate, strawberry, and taro tested positive for traces of the coronavirus after they were submitted for a food inspection. My gosh.
Awesome. Good to hear.
So I guess you can get it.
No, don't. No.
Right?
No.
From ice cream.
I don't. Just no. Nope. From China.
In China, anyway.
Chinese ice cream. Yeah, sure. In the what province was it again?
The Tianjin.
Oh, see, province. Yeah, that's the bad part of town.
Tianjin municipality.
See, as long as you stay on this side of the tracks and don't go
don't go to Tianjin,
then you should be okay.
It's unclear how COVID-19 could have found its way into a batch of frozen dairy product. But University of Leeds virologist Dr. Stephen Griffin said that the baffling turn of events was likely a one-off, and the virus may have still been present within the ice cream's fat due to its cold storage temperature.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
Was it a one-off when the first person contracted it from another? Oh, that's a
one-off.
There's no evidence of that. It was just a one-off.
2010 study of SARS coronavirus, which is related to COVID-19, of course, showed that the infectious virus persisted for as long as 28 days at about 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa,
and also survived for long periods of time.
So now we're back to
lower temperatures.
What? Now we're back to it surviving outside a host for how many days?
28. Just 28. Don't worry about it. It's just like a month.
Wow. This is good.
At 39 degrees.
39 degrees.
But what are you doing storing ice cream at 39 degrees? That would be butt stupid.
How's it ice cream?
You don't have ice cream
point?
anymore at that point.
Cold soup.
Maybe that's what they like in China. I don't know. In the Tianjin province.
Oh, yeah. See, I keep forgetting the province
we're in Tianjin.
Yeah.
So.
Keep forgetting that side of town.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's the future of the coronavirus? We're all so worried about it. Will it be okay? Like later? Later on?
Should we check on it? How's it doing?
What should we do for it? Can we keep this thing going, or what? Is it gonna lapse into, complete obscurity again? As millions are inoculated against the virus, the pandemic's end finally seems to glimmer into view.
Whoa! An end?
Does it though?
Okay, I'm listening.
Wow, and this is from the New York Times. They're actually speaking. Well, it's because Biden's inauguration is Wednesday.
Go.
That's why.
There it is.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists are envisioning what a post-vaccine world might look like, and what they see is comforting. No, all of a sudden, it was going to be here forever. It was going to come around every single year. It was going to kill us year after year after year after year. And even the vaccine won't do it because, well, you're going to have to wear a mask too because the vaccine just protects you. It doesn't protect somebody else in case you get infected. If you get infected, you can still pass it on to somebody else. Wait a minute. Well, then that's not a vaccine, is it? It's not. What we're talking about here is not even a vaccine. It's a treatment. It's a treatment for the disease. They won't call it that, though, because then you'll say, well, what are the other treatments? Is there something safer that I can get? Like, what was the Resgenifin or
Resnavir or something.
Mavir.
I don't know, because they don't talk about it, so that's why we forget.
Right. Yeah. And nobody's talked about hydroxychloroquine in 6 months, probably, or longer, because that just kills people. I mean, you even look at hydroxychloroquine, and if you think, maybe I should take that, you drop dead.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Remember when Trump broke into that couple's home and forced them to drink that?
Yes.
Right? They say, take this fish tank cleaner, and you drink it right now. And then everyone was like, why is the Secret Service hanging out in Arizona outside this house in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Turned out Trump was in there poisoning that couple.
Right, on purpose. Yeah, remember how that turned out, too? That couple, she just wanted to kill her husband.
Yep.
And then she blamed it on the Trump thing. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting.
The media blamed it on the Trump thing. You know?
Fascinating.
They were like, oh, this is too convenient. Let's roll with this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the coronavirus is here to stay, but once most adults are immune following natural infection and vaccination, the virus will be no more of a threat than the common cold.
I'm sorry. We could wait. No. I apologize. I know sometimes you get upset because I miss some of the things you say, right? Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, pay attention over there, Keith. You know, stop paying your bills and everything while I'm doing a show. Okay, what did you just say?
The coronavirus is here to stay.
Okay.
But once most adults are immune following natural infection or vaccination,
okay,
the virus will be no more of a threat than the common cold. Huh. Yeah, we must be 2 days away from Biden taking over.
How did that get out before? I think that was supposed to be held. They weren't supposed to go to print. Right. You know, it's like, go to print on Wednesday.
Wednesday, January 20th. After 12 o'clock, you may print this.
Wow, it's somebody.
Jeez.
Somebody's head's going to roll for letting that slip out early.
This is exactly what we've wanted to hear the whole time.
Well,
the virus is a grim menace now because it's an unfamiliar pathogen that can overwhelm the adult immune system, which has not been trained to fight it. That will no longer be the case once everyone's been exposed to either the virus or the vaccine. Children, on the other hand, are constantly challenged by pathogens that are new to their bodies, and that's one reason they're more adept than adults at fending off the coronavirus.
Interesting.
Eventually, the study suggests the virus will be of concern only in children younger than 5, subjecting them even to mere sniffles or no symptoms at all. In other words, the coronavirus will become endemic, a pathogen that circulates at low levels and only rarely causes serious illness. Huh. You know what? I mean, if you're to look at the percentage of death and serious illness, it's already kind of rarely causing serious
0.1% die.
0.1% die, and then maybe another, 1%, 2% get really, really sick and have to be hospitalized. Maybe it's 98 or 99% of people that just get it and they're a little bit sick, but they're fine. I mean, my sister just got it. She's, what is she? I think she's
29.
She's older than I am, so like 10 years older than me.
Oh, whoops. Hope she doesn't listen.
So she's 70-ish.
Didn't we discuss last week how you're 29? So she's 39.
So she's 39.
39-year-old Pat Gray's sister.
Yes.
And she got it, and what kind of...
And she got it and barely knew she had it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Barely.
It affects
barely
everybody
knew she had it.
Differently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm living proof of this.
Yeah.
We got some people who get it here that don't have any symptoms at all, and they wouldn't even know they had it without a positive test. And you got me who wish I was dead for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It just, everybody is different.
Yeah. Even Glenn, when he got it, he finally got it over the Christmas holiday, I guess. And I think he had sniffles.
He got it from Nicole Arbor, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks so, yes.
Yeah. He got the sniffles.
Uh-huh. He
Okay.
had sniffles. Big deal.
I mean, it totally sounds worth shutting down an economy, changing society forever, scarring our children, both mentally, educationally, and physically.
Right? It's worth all that.
It's absolutely. I mean, it's totally worth cracking down on people that walk to their mailbox to check their mail for the day. Anybody that wants to go to a restaurant, stand up, put mask on, sit down, take mask off. Yeah, it's totally worth all of that nonsense. Yep.
Yes. Thank you for that. Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's fascinating that the New York Times finally just told the truth in that article. And they are telling us that, look, this thing is going to become less virulent as time goes on. And that's what everybody, including Fauci, has even said. Yeah, the overwhelming possibility is that it will be less virulent, not more, in the future. Even he said that.
What is happening today? Salon.com, Media Matters, New York Times.
It's weird.
It's almost like something big is happening this week.
Almost like a different president is going to be in there, and they don't have to make something so scary out of it anymore.
Is that this week?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Huh. Yeah, I think something happens
might be
Wednesday.
onto something there.
Huh.
It's intellectual honesty.
That's strange.
An
all of a
unintended
sudden.
consequence of a new president.
Huh. How about that? All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is Glenn's company, and his team really carefully vets all of these agents because they don't want you to run into the same problem he did when he was in Connecticut, where his house sat there for, 2 years or 3 years or something. And as I've told you before, he wound up selling it for $37.98. And that was a serious loss.
And he had to haggle for that extra 98 cents.
He did. They were pretty solid at 42 cents. But he finally got them up to 98. Yeah.
A few more pennies.
So we got him about 50 more cents there. 56 more cents. And so if you don't want to be haggling over 56 cents, go to realestateagentsitrust.com. The name really kind of says it all. And they're fans of the show, so you're going to have that in common with them when you're going around looking for homes, or they come to you and give you advice on how to sell your home. Realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Who are these Republicans? 27% of Republicans believe Biden will be able to unite the country. What is your evidence of that? What kind of bonehead are you if you believe that?
Wow. That's a lot of people coming out of a coma all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think he will. Sure. He's been really uniting so far. Has he? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. A quarter of Republicans believe. This is only a quarter. I think that's a lot. That's a lot when it comes to Republicans believing Biden can unite us. Come on now. That's a lot.
Do they watch the news?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Joe Biden? Do you know Joe Biden? You know who he is?
Did they read about this in the paper?
You think they? Did you read about it?
It's crazy, man. Seriously. Who thinks?
I don't know. That's really stupid. Overall, 51% said it's either very or somewhat likely that Biden will be able to unite the country. Overall. Okay, so that includes Democrats, obviously. So only 51%, even when you include Democrats, believe it's very or somewhat likely he'll be able to unite the country. But the opinion is sharply divided across partisan lines. 10% of Republicans said it's very likely he'll be able to, with another 17% saying it's somewhat likely. Again, what's wrong with you people? A vast majority of Republicans, 70%, say it's either not very likely or not likely at all. Democrats, however, remain far more optimistic. 80% say it's at least somewhat likely that he'll be able to unite the country once taking office. 55% of those affiliated with either major party also expressed doubts, indicating it's not very likely or not likely at all.
That's me.
Yeah, me too. That's me too.
Now, are they confusing uniting with beating into submission?
Maybe. Yeah, because they've already done that pretty much.
So if you're not pushing back, then I guess we're united.
I mean, I don't know what Republicans are going to do right now to stop this agenda. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only chance you have is if Democrats hang on to the supermajority thing, the 60 votes to pass a bill and they won't.
No.
They're just going to go to a straight.
Schumer's in charge now.
You think he'll eliminate that, and they'll go right to the 50+1, and they win it every time. They win every time.
And I think it was the Chad Felix Green thing you read last week. I think that's where the key is. These states have to fight back. You have to force things to the Supreme Court.
Right.
That you aren't normally comfortable doing.
We posted that, right? Last week? Mm-hmm. That was really good. So if you missed it, I don't know, it's on Twitter somewhere.
At Pat Unleashed. Yep.
Okay.
Look for Chad Felix Green.
Really good article about where we go from here, because what do you do? It's really tough on a federal basis. So he's saying, you take it to the local level and you fight like hell at the local level, which has to be done.
And do keep in mind, here's a silver lining for you. All of those court vacancies that Trump filled. Remember, McConnell says, I've been in the Senate for 30 years. I've never seen where there was no vacancies to fill. Trump filled them up. Those are the black robes that you hope these cases get in front of as they're making their way up to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393 at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. For now. It's kind of cool because Parler is back up. They're back up with some sort of error message. I think they're having technical difficulties, but at least they have apparently found a server, somebody to host them.
Mm-hmm. They have one gerbil running in the wheel right now. They need a whole team of them, and then it'll get back up full strength.
So hopefully when Parler gets back up, we'll get on Parler. Coffee Lover M says Parler went offline around the time Pat decided to give up Twitter and join Parler. Coincidence? I think not.
Well then,
actually, I think this all started a little before I decided to do that. So
deflect. Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Cardi T, I love Chinese ice cream. Rona raspberry, pecan demic, and cheesecake 19 are a few of my favorites.
Cheesecake 19, that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Bovine scatology, 2 days till true tyranny.
Oh,
yeah.
We are under
to Wednesday.
53 hours, 52 hours, under 52 hours. Yes.
Yeah, I bet Drudge has a little thing because he's.
Oh no.
Let me look and see what he says it is. 52. He says 52 hours left.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. That whole transformation is so bizarre. Proud Mr. Graybeard tweets, we are swiftly approaching dark days that will try our souls. We must have oil for our lamps in the days to come. We must lean on God, our Father. Yes. Yes. That's the only way. That's the only way we get through this. All right, the media, now that they've pretty well canceled Trump, they get him off social media. They're getting him out of the White House. He's pretty much been eliminated from society to their liking. Now they're coming after everybody who voted for him. Here's just a little look at the media trying to cancel conservatives now.
If you voted for Trump, you voted for the person who the Klan supported. You voted for the person who Nazis support.
You talked about Al-Qaeda. What
Pause
has
it for
he
a second.
done in terms of incitement?
Are you kidding me? After all the support they get from the Communist Party, that that they've gotten from socialists and Nazis and communists and anarchists. The Democrat Party is loved by all of them. And then he's got the balls to say that the Klan supports Trump. Where does that even come from? First of all, the Klan's not even a political entity, as far as I know. Do they do any politics? Do they support a candidate? Are they a thing? How many Klansmen are there in the United States of America? I'd like a count, because it's damn few. There are scant few KKK members in the United States of America. And yet they act like this is the biggest problem to ever exist in this country, are the racists in the Klan. Okay, Don. This guy is completely out of control. Completely extreme in everything he says about the right. All right, let's see the rest of it.
You voted for the person who Nazis support.
You talked about Al-Qaeda. What has he done in terms of incitement, right, that Osama bin Laden didn't do?
No external terrorists ever did this to us.
My gosh.
We've never worried like this, even after 9/11.
Each of these people should be shamed, and they're going to go back, to the Olive Garden and to the Holiday Inn that they're staying at.
I wonder if you have thought through kind of how Republicans begin what someone on my team earlier today called de-Bathification.
Look, I think the challenge is that the rot is from the grassroots all the way to the presidency. So the rot is at every layer.
There are millions of
okay,
Americans.
That's nice. That's nice. You're rot.
Almost all white.
If you voted for
almost all Republicans who somehow need to be deprogrammed.
They can't even open their mouths about unity. Shut up about unity.
The way that we in the media speak about this is so important.
Twitter and Facebook aren't banning you because you're a conservative. They're banning you because you suck. They're banning you because you say evil.
I covered wars abroad. I've seen ugly things that this country now resembles, but I've never seen this country more in doubt about safety at home than right now. And the enemy is us.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
What, you media or us?
No, he's right. It's us, him, the media.
Yeah. I think he
it's CNN, in large part. CNN and MSNBC. That's despicable.
We're next.
Wow, yeah. They're coming for us.
In less than 52 hours.
They're coming for us. That's great. Yeah, good. I love this new thing that, suddenly it matters that extremist groups are voting for certain political types. How many times have we mentioned the Communist Party supporting the Democrat ticket? How many times? And they don't care at all about that. They couldn't care less about that. The Black Panthers threatening to kill white people over and over and over again. Kill gay babies. You got to kill some of their white folk. And they don't care at all about that. What do they tell you? That's just a tiny little element. They don't even mean anything. But all of a sudden, the Klan is the biggest thing around. It's the most glowing problem we have right now. That is chilling stuff and really despicable. I mean, where do you go from here? As far as unity is concerned, is there any way to unify with those people? I don't see how.
She just told us to shut up. In the same breath, she says,
you
don't even open your mouth about unity. Shut up. Oh.
All right.
So wait, was I supposed to infer that you're the unifier in this conversation?
Yeah, that's pretty unifying, right? Just telling people to shut up. I don't want to hear what you have to say. And let's talk about deprogramming them. What about the extreme, bizarre agenda that they espouse, that they favor? Like the Green New Deal. Like babies aren't human beings in the womb. Like you could be 97 different genders. What about all that? Yeah, don't worry about any of that. That's all mainstream, perfectly logical stuff. That's coming from the left-wing think tank. That's just genius stuff right there.
If the lockdown didn't end your small business, the Green New Deal will. Stay tuned.
That's so true. And it could absolutely happen. It could absolutely. I mean, the Green New Deal could be the death of us. Absolutely could be the death of us. If they follow, the prescription that AOC and her ilk laid out. And by the way, she's one of those that are calling for reprogramming Republicans. And why don't we reprogram her? Why can't she be she's the one who's the socialist. How many socialists are there in this country compared to Republicans? I think she's the one who needs to be reprogrammed. She also has some demands that she wants us to know about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What we saw last week was not just a violent coup attempt.
Oh, for heaven.
But we also saw a dereliction of duty and a betrayal of our country.
Check your notes.
And a betrayal of the oath that we swear. And that is why I have demanded the resignation of Senators Ted Cruz.
Who are you?
Josh Hawley.
Who do you think you are?
Majority leader, Republican majority, or rather Republican minority leader in the House, Kevin McCarthy, along with many others. Because
say it, come on.
This is not just about political opinion or partisanship. This was about the abandonment of our sworn oath.
Our sworn oath. Okay.
For
what? For what?
Motherland.
For personal ambition. For greater loyalty.
She's good.
To
isn't she?
A base.
It's powerful. Did that really hit you where you live?
I have some demands. Wait, I'm demanding. AOC saying, I'm demanding ellipses. Then the ears get turned off.
I'm demanding. Okay, who does she think she is?
Oh.
That's really something. So it was Josh Hawley, right? Ted Cruz?
Yep, those two.
And Mitch McConnell.
Was it Mitch McConnell too?
I think McConnell too.
I don't think it was McConnell, was it?
She said Senate minority leader, didn't she?
She said McCarthy.
She said Kevin McCarthy?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitch McConnell can keep his because he's a dimwit.
He's on team get rid of Trump.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, he said.
Did he say he's for the conviction?
He has. It's been reported that he has said in private, and I haven't heard it in Iowa. I may be wrong, but that that these were impeachable offenses.
Good golly, really?
Yeah. So whatever.
I mean, we've laid off McConnell over the last couple of years because he's been background noise, really. Yeah. And then when he's spoken in the foreground, he actually hasn't been that bad. He supported Trump on a lot of things.
I mean, it's cool when a turtle talks, right? You stop and you listen. You're like, wow, I'm going to listen to this.
Right.
I've never seen a turtle talk.
Okay, finally, it's a turtle not sticking straws up his nose.
Right?
Right?
This guy.
And you appreciate that.
Well, let's listen to this turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We should have known.
When I see a straw, I put it in my mouth. Straws don't belong there, but the turtles don't know why. So maybe they all deserve to die.
We are no way insinuating that Mitch McConnell should die.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
No. He's a turtle we think should live.
Yeah, it's a fun turtle because he talks. and he cleans up nicely. Let's be honest. He shows up there. There's no sand.
Yeah, okay.
On his clothing.
That's
He's in
true.
a nice suit.
Mm-hmm. So. That's true. Just nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, what a world. What a crazy world we live in.
And it's only going to get crazier.
Yeah, and a year ago when we thought the political mess was about as bad as it could get, we still had Trump in office. Mm-hmm. We still had a majority in the Senate. Now we don't even have those, and it's getting worse than we could have imagined a year ago.
We still have that crazy far-right leaning Supreme Court in our corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Again, boy, aren't they nuts? Aren't they right-wing kooks?
Some of the stuff. I mean, hello, Taliban. Is that you?
Supreme Court under John Roberts. I mean,
the rulings are just crazy.
Right. When you have conservatives saying, "Whoa, okay, I got it there," put the women in burqas now, then the rulings are obviously out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost a theocracy to those people. It's almost a theocracy we live in.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, I checked, thankfully Clarence Thomas is still young. He's 72.
That's younger than I would have guessed.
Me too. I was thinking older. But
he was really young when he got it because it was almost 30 years ago now. Very close to 30 years ago.
More than that, right? It was about 90?
He was in his early 40s?
Yeah. So we got Stephen Breyer is 82. I mean, he's a lib, so he's probably going to sign off over the next 4 years, don't you think?
Hopefully.
So that
sign off
seat,
like retire.
Retire so that seat can go to a younger liberal.
A younger, more crazy left-wing extremist.
Oh,
yes.
My goodness.
Yes, I'm sure he wants that.
Yeah. I don't know what
they really need an RBG in there now because they don't obviously have Ruth Bader Ginsburg anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what they need.
Let's see here. So Barrett's 48, Kavanaugh 55, Gorsuch 53, Kagan 60, Sotomayor 66, Alito 70, Roberts 65. That's not in order. Let's see, and then
you got
Breyer 82, Thomas 72. So yeah, I would imagine.
So Breyer's the oldest. He's the one you would think would go next.
Yeah, and then after him, age-wise, is Clarence Thomas. Please hang on. Please hang on. Please hang on.
Forever.
Stay there.
He's just got to somehow find some elixir.
Send him some Omega XL,
forever.
Just whatever you need.
Yes, all of the above.
Let's keep Clarence Thomas healthy and strong.
All right, let me tell you about ExpressVPN. You supported Trump, chances are, and now they're coming for you. The left will continue this campaign of censorship and cancel culture until every last voice of opposition has been crushed. And they're backed by the media and some of the largest companies in the world. Big tech, the far left, have formed this unholy alliance to track and censor and spy on you. There's never been a more important time to protect your internet activity from bad actors. And that's why I'm urging you strongly to get ExpressVPN. Everything you search for, watch, or click online can be tracked by big tech. Everything. Then they can match your activity to your true identity using your device's unique IP address. And so the old excuse, well, I don't care if they're tracking me. I'm not doing anything wrong. You're not the one who decides whether you're doing something wrong or not. I think we've seen that 1,000,000 times over the last year or two. So stop handing over your data to big tech companies and their far left enablers in government. Defend your rights with a VPN I trust for online protection. That's expressvpn.com/unleashed. expressvpn.com/unleashed to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/unleashed right now to learn more. Shocking video of the insurrection inside the U.S. Capitol coming up in moments.
Oh, no.
It will chill you to the bone.
Oh, say it ain't so.
If you've not seen this yet, you will be chilled to the bone.
Oh.
We'll share that with you coming up in a minute.
Okay.
First of all, in response to everything that's going on the last week or so, The Blaze is offering a great discount for you, $30 discount on annual subscriptions for a limited time, so that everybody can, we can all be a part of the freedom to express ourselves. And it's more important than ever for our content to be seen, for your voices to be heard, and for you to show your support. blazetv.com/Pat. You'll get $30 off right now when you go there. blazetv.com/Pat for $30 off. And you'll be able to witness amazing things like this. Pathead, I can't read your writing here, Keith. Pathead, which Pathead sent this in?
No.
Is it Dana?
Now, first let's do the, do you want to do the coup thing, or what do you want to, the inside?
Yeah, the John Sullivan?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, is it time for the shocking video? Because they
probably
just did pull that.
Okay, let's see because I'm hesitating a little bit.
I see.
This is so disturbing. Just know that going in, you're going to see some shocking scenes here of the insurrection. Just happened
inside
the Capitol.
Hey,
man.
Hey, man.
Glad to see you guys. You guys are patriots. Look at this guy.
He's armed with a flag.
Of what country? Of what occupying force, Pat?
Good, sir. Do you need medical attention?
The Trump occupying force.
No, it's an American flag.
I got shot in the face.
Right, and only Trumpers use that.
In the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
So this guy's on the floor talking.
He says he got shot in the face with a plastic bullet.
I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the place.
Okay, just want to let you guys know this is like the sacredest place.
I know.
Okay, so there
you go.
They're telling the cop that this is the most sacred place.
No, I think the cop was telling him.
Or
that.
he was saying that?
Yes. And so the guy, the Viking guy, goes up on the speaker's podium there and with an American flag. Was it like a conquering army?
That's a symbol of Trumpism, though.
Oh, is it?
You know, yeah.
So, you know what? That's right. It's like hate, right?
Yeah, it's hate.
So, what was he doing with his little flag there?
Well, watch him when he comes in. There he is.
I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the place.
And now that guy on the floor.
This is like the sacredest place.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that is okay.
So, yeah, but that guy on the floor is actually saying, I'm making sure they're not disrespecting this place. And there's your new leader, Viking helmet guy. There's your coup.
There's your coup. That was.
I mean, guns blazing, right? I mean, that
insurrection, coup,
bloodshed everywhere.
There just aren't words strong enough for it. Coup d'etat, right there. You saw it. You saw it. Armed with an American flag. Look at that.
Glad to see you guys. You guys are patriots. Look at this guy.
You guys are patriots.
God bless you.
Covered in blood.
All right.
You good, sir? Do you need medical attention?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
Hear all the threats? No. No.
I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
Leave the Senate wing.
Okay.
I've been
Wonder
making
who
sure
shot
they
him.
ain't disrespecting the place.
Okay, just want to let you guys know this is like the sacredest place.
I want to let you guys know.
Well, it's not the sacredest place. I'll tell you that. But it is a place that should be respected.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't, that is not an insurrection. That's not what a coup looks like. Okay? Not people coming in goofy Viking outfits and saying, "Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, everybody." And then they don't threaten the police officer in any way.
Now, if you want to see John Sullivan, the Antifa BLM type, all summer when he was out in BLM Plaza, I mean, we have video just to remind you of what the other side is like.
Doing his mostly peaceful stuff.
When they're...
What's going on, everybody? My name's John Sullivan.
Oh, hey, John.
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay.
My group is Insurgents USA.
Oh.
We about to burn this down.
About to burn, wait, what? Say what now?
Anybody out here seeing that white militia guy shoot three kids? What is his name? Yeah. That guy. And I will tell you is in Utah, a whole bunch of white militia came out there, formed against our group. We out there strapped. We out there ready to burn that down. We out there to defend ourselves. We got to defend ourselves now, too. We do. Because power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power
to the people.
I already said it.
Right. We got Rip Trump out of that office
Rip
right over
Trump
there.
out of...
Pull him out that...
Oh, God.
Nah, we ain't about waiting until the next election. We about to go get that mother...
Oh, no.
I ain't about that. Because you know what time it is? I want y'all to be after me. It's time...
Howdy doody time.
Revolution. It's time.
Now all this was fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is nothing to worry about right here. We support all this, right? If we're on the left, we support all that.
Yeah.
That's great stuff.
That's cool.
They're just doing what they believe in. That's the American way, saying they're going to drag the president of the United States out of the building. Huh. Okay. And that guy was with the so-called right-wing insurrectionists on January 6th.
With a CNN reporter that he helped get into the building. I don't know if we have time for it here, but he actually was featured in a Uber ad, so I'm sure that Uber is going to come out and
we'll get to that after the break.
He is wrong, and they disavow him.
This guy, he's the same guy. He talks about him being from Utah so many times, and while he's in Utah, he organized one of the protests in Provo where one of the protesters shot an innocent bystander going past them in his truck. Shot him. right through the door or window of his vehicle. And when he pulled out, he's the bad guy because he's trying to get away from the gunfire. Jeez. Yeah, thank you, John Sullivan. What a patriot. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. What a great football season this has been. Am I right? Who's with me on that? Certainly you are, Keith, right? Or wait, no, maybe you wouldn't be, considering Nebraska went what, 3-5?
3-5,
and the Falcons worse than that,
4-12.
Yeah, okay.
But thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
I do appreciate it. I don't know why. Why do you think it was such a great season?
Oh, well, first, BYU Cougars had a special year.
Yeah,
11-1.
Mm-hmm.
This is we got to throw out a warning here. This may contain some spoilers for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say we didn't warn you, listener. And viewer discretion is advised.
Packers are still playing.
Packers are in the if you're saving the game for some reason, you're thinking you're not going to hear about it today. Packers are in the NFC Championship game. And that was a complete surprise to me. If you listen to our over/under broadcast at the beginning of the season, I thought I guessed the Packers would be under the 9.5 wins that Vegas gave them. So what are they, 14-3 now? Jeez. Glad to be wrong on that one. So they're in the NFC Championship. Over the weekend, my KD Tigers just won their 9th Texas State football championship.
I mean, surprised you haven't talked about it yet.
Right?
2 hours into the show. We're finally getting to KD Tiger talk here on the program.
That's an amazing program to me because I kind of adopted them when we lived in the Katy area of Houston for 8 years.
How big's their stadium?
Katie's?
Yeah.
Well, they just built a new one called Legacy, and it's and they have one right next to it that seats 12,000. This one seats 18.
Yeah,
I think 18,000.
18,000.
I believe it's 18,000.
Sorry, how many thousand?
And it cost what, $70 million to build or whatever.
And that's a high school.
Yeah,
Katy
it's a high
Tigers
school stadium. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Packers will play Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game. The winner that'll be in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That they defeated the Saints yesterday and therefore made Moron Trivia incorrect. Fun fact, that is the 32nd playoff victory for Tom Brady. Who do you think, which quarterback do you think is in second place? He has doubled the second place quarterback as far as playoff wins, Pat.
Is it Ryan Leaf?
Yeah. Man, I can't get anything by you.
No.
Yeah. Joe Montana. 16
okay.
playoff wins. Considered a legend. He is. Tom Brady has 32 now.
32. That's crazy.
He is the the fourth quarterback since the merger to play in both the NFC and AFC championship.
When you play into your early 60s,
sure,
aren't you bound to win a few games?
It's the law of averages. Yep.
Yeah, you're going to win a few games. That guy does not look like a 43-year-old quarterback right now. He looks great. A little nervous about the game next week. But.
Yeah, this will be his 14th conference championship game.
This just seems to be the Packers' year.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's their year. Going to the Super Bowl this year.
28 degrees and heavy snow, I believe, is expected for the game.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Tampa. That's going to hurt them. So the game's at Lambeau Field. And then on the other side of the ledger, you got Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills could get back to the Super Bowl for the first time in, 28 years or something? Since they went 4 times in a row.
Gosh. Ugh, that's tough.
They're still not going to win.
It's almost as tough as being up 28-3 in the third quarter.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, the Chiefs, Bills, Packers, and Bucks. And it looks like, by accounts, that Drew Brees is done. It was reported during the game. He's definitely done
Definitely
this season.
leaving?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So.
That clears the way for Taysom.
Maybe.
We'll
I don't know.
see.
Some lip readers were saying on the sideline, he told Jameis Winston, the other quarterback, that this is his team now. I didn't get that from the video clip, but how's that making you feel?
I don't get that from his attitude either. I think he believes he's the guy, and that's what they've been telling him the whole time.
Wait a minute. You talking about Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
He's the guy? Yeah. Conspiracy theory. What if Drew Brees is trying to sow discord in the locker room that he's like setting a match and walking away? He's like, I told Jameis it's his team. The front office told Taysom it's his team. Good luck, suckers. I'm the greatest Saints quarterback of all time. There'll be no other. Maybe that's what he's doing.
But yeah, after the game, he apparently stood on the sideline, soaked it in for a couple hours or something, let his boys run around the field.
Drew?
Yeah, so it sounds like he's...
And then he's the one that said that to Jameis?
Yeah.
This is your team now?
That's what the lip readers say. Yeah.
He and Taysom are supposedly pretty close friends. That would be...
I don't know.
Unfortunate.
Like I said.
If
maybe
you said
he's
that.
Pulling an Aaron Rodgers and trying to create some discord among the quarterbacks that are remaining there. I don't know, but the biggest issue is the fact that Moron Trivia wrong again. Picked the Saints.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So, this would not be the year to bet.
No.
Based on predictions from Moron Trivia. This ain't the year. What are we, 6 and 7?
Sure.
6 and 8? I don't know. We don't even keep track anymore.
Well, that's because when I was out for eternity, my official looking record here, it just kind of stops. And I even had the upcoming games and everything, but Jeffy did not, continue the records. We were 5 and 4 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Okay.
I think we've lost like 6 in a row, probably. Yeah, something like that. It's not been good.
Yeah, but who's counting? All right, we showed you the...
Not us now.
The douchebag John Sullivan.
Yeah.
And his antics in Washington, D.C. a few months ago. Do you know that there's an Uber commercial that features him?
Man.
This BLM domestic terrorist, to use the phrase that they continually use against everybody on the right. Here's this domestic terrorist that Uber features in one of their commercials.
There's no other time in my life I will be able to do this again.
Oh, he's a speed skater, huh?
My dream is to be world champion. Every single day, 6 hours a day. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's just not possible. Uber allows me that flexibility to spend more time on the ice. I am John Sullivan. I'm a world-class speed skater.
Wait, what?
And I drive with Uber.
He's a world-class speed skater.
So Uber gives him flexible hours so he has more time on the ice or burning cities down, which is
clearly to burn cities down, because he's done a great job of that. Wow. If that was somebody, well, it is somebody from the Capitol riot. If it was somebody on the right in the Capitol riot, people would already be demanding Uber do something with this guy. Fire him. Don't let him drive anymore. Take down that offensive commercial. Close down your business. It would be deafening, the uproar.
Goodness gracious.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's great. But it just shows the double standard, the hypocrisy that we continue to live.
So Uber is going to come out and disavow.
Oh, sure,
him and make sure that commercial is taken off the web and
yeah, they will. Sure.
Good.
Also, Apple monitors your iPhone usage so that they can assign you a trust score. In an attempt to prevent fraudulent purchases from the iTunes store, Apple has begun giving each iOS device a trust score.
Uh-oh.
Exactly how this is computed isn't known, but one of the factors is how many phone calls and emails are sent and received by the phone or tablet. Despite the laudable goal of preventing fraud, an iPhone trust score is something likely to raise the hackles of privacy advocates, you think? Still, Apple promises it's not tracking its users. How could you even think that? The company updated the iTunes Store privacy statement with the following: to help identify and prevent fraud, information about how you use your device, including the approximate number of phone calls or emails you send and receive, will be used to compute a device trust score when you attempt to purchase.
Sounds legit.
They already make you log in and use your password, your username and password that you have for iTunes if you buy anything on it. Why isn't that enough?
That's a good point.
The submissions are designed so Apple cannot learn the real values on your device. The scores are stored for a fixed time on our servers.
That's ambiguous.
Sure.
For a fixed time. I mean, eternity is a fixed time, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, come on.
A fixed time. 1,000 years. I mean, but it's a fixed time that your information is stored on our company servers.
It's so irritating when you have to go through the whole process, because how many passwords can you possibly keep in your head and remember which one you used where? Because we all run into the same problem where they make you change the password because they don't think it's worthy of them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, one thing that sucks on some of these sites is that they say, no, that's not strong enough or whatever, but they don't tell you the parameters. Like, what do I need? An exclamation?
A lot of times,
do I need a symbol now? What do I need? Do I need a capital letter? And you're just constantly trying, okay, find that one. And then you sit and you go, oh, crap, what the hell? I don't even remember what I just told them the password should be.
Then you do all that, and you hit enter, and they say, you must use a password that you've never used before. What? I've done that one before? Well, I can't remember. How am I supposed to remember all of these passwords? So then what happens to me is I can't remember which email address I used. And if I use the one that I started in the beginning, I don't remember the password for that freaking email service because I rarely use it.
If I'm not writing it down as I'm changing it, because I'm trying to make the Borg happy, then it says, okay, congratulations, that one works, and you're saying, oh my gosh. But I love the one, I'm dealing with a company right now where they say, check your confirmation email, or, check your email for confirmation or something like that to change your password. And I've never gotten the email. So it's constantly
That's
saying,
happened to me too.
We're sending it to you, check your spam.
Right,
And you
so
check your
I go
spam.
check.
There's
Not
nothing there.
Nothing there.
That's how I burn 40% of my day, is trying to log in to sites that I can't make happy with the passwords I give them.
It is so first world problem, obviously, but so frustrating. So frustrating. Now, Google, there's a Google experiment that hid some news sources from consumers. Business Insider reports that Google is facing major criticism after it was revealed the company removed some local news content from its search results in Australia as part of an experiment. Critics have called the situation a chilling illustration of the power that Google holds over the internet. The incident is the latest in an ongoing battle between Google and the Australian government, which is currently considering a proposal that would force tech firms like Google and Facebook to pay local news providers for their content. Obviously, Google doesn't want to, so they're doing this experiment. Google added a notice to its site last year after the law was proposed, warning that the way Aussies search every day on Google is at risk.
Yep.
They said on Wednesday they've been running a few experiments that will reach about 1% of Google search users in Australia.
And then once you're done being a lab rat for them, then everyone gets that treatment. Remember how they used to have the slogan, don't be evil?
Yeah.
That's gone.
The Australian Financial Review first reported that Google had tweaked its algorithm to bury links from major Australian news providers. They confirmed the tweak and downplayed it, adding that it conducts tens of thousands of experiments like this every year. Don't worry about it. It's so great. Google is in effect, this according to the Sydney Morning Herald, they told The Guardian in a statement, Google's an effective monopoly, and by withholding access to such timely, accurate, and important information, they show clearly how they impact what access Australians have to that. At the same time, Google is now demonstrating how easily they can make Australian news providers who fall out of their favor effectively disappear from the internet, a chilling illustration of their extraordinary market power. And people will say, well, they're a private company. They can do whatever they want. And they continue to do whatever they want. Google, Apple, Facebook, Twitter, they're all doing whatever they want. It's great. Want a little more chilling news?
Wait, what?
A robot who shows empathy toward another robot in a new study.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
I'm not sure that's what's happening here.
What do you mean?
Columbia Engineering Robot has learned to predict its partner's robot's future actions.
That's creepy.
demonstrating what searchers see as a glimmer of primitive empathy.
I don't like it.
Robots can climb tough terrain, help humans maintain social distance protocols, and even dance like nobody's watching. Now researchers have discovered they might show glimmers of empathy. A new study from Columbia Engineering shows how one robot has learned to predict its partner robot's future actions based on just a few video frames.
Video frames, okay.
Our findings begin to demonstrate how robots can see the world from another robot's perspective. So it's just predictive.
So it's just seeing
behavior.
the same thing over and over again and make it a prediction.
How does that make it empathetic?
That's not empathy.
That's not empathy. Shut up.
That's predicting based on patterns.
Based on an algorithm that it has, no doubt.
That was dumb.
Really dumb.
Well, I'm not scared now. When you started that story, I was kind of quaking over here.
I'm less chilled than I was before.
Bring on the robots. I don't care.
Plus, I have started to use DuckDuckGo after a million times of people saying, hey, you know what you should do is switch to DuckDuckGo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, because it doesn't do as good as Google does. I have been pretty happy with the search results it's come up with so far.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good, and it looks a lot like
I was going to say, it
Google in its
feels like you're
presentation.
using Google. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for a Google alternative, I think that's a pretty good one.
Yep.
888-900-3393.
I'm actually on DuckDuckGo right now because the irony hit me when I was looking up Google's. It's like, okay, so they had Don't Be Evil.
Right.
What did they have in their lobby or something? Joe Rogan was talking about this, try to do good or do what's right or something ambiguous, right? I couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me. I'm asking Google what stupid phrase that they have in their lobby out in California. I should probably be on DuckDuckGo looking, which I am, and I still can't find it. But anyhow. I mean, that's how much it's second nature. That's how much we just go to Google.
Yep, that's
Google
how much we count on it. I mean, we don't realize how much we count on these big tech companies now, like Google, Amazon, Apple. I mean, everything we have comes from those three places, pretty much. Everything we have, everything we talk about, you can add Twitter to that, and that's pretty much that's the universe right now.
Especially over the last couple of weeks with the crackdown on Parler and how Amazon pulled the plug on their mainframe and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It reminded me of what's the show? Everyone's going to scream at the radio and the TV here. But what's a show that you and Glenn got me to watch? I know it's when they go to Vancouver and it's in the future, like 80 years or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The corporations are in charge.
Right.
I mean, we are paving the way for that future reality.
Seriously. Yes, it's called Continuum.
Continuum, yeah. I mean, that's what we are sowing the seeds of the show Continuum.
We are.
Every single day.
That should be required viewing for every American right now.
Yep.
Watch Continuum because that's our future.
That's our future.
And it's coming way before 2077 or whatever the year is in that thing.
Corporations ruling the world.
Also, speaking of all of this and the amazing hypocrisy from these businesses, Amazon, who terminated their free speech platform with Parler for violent content on their website. Let's keep that in mind. They are still selling Kill All Republicans t-shirts right now on the website. Media Research Center found at least 204 examples of merchandise sold on Amazon that promotes violence, either toward Donald Trump, Republicans, or members of police forces. Riot gear, including tasers, brass knuckles, and stun sticks, were also sold. Some of these violent products included a flag with a graphic image of Trump blowing his brains out, a mug with the slogan, "Where is Lee Harvey Oswald now that we really need him?" and a black T-shirt with a red slogan, "Kill All Republicans." Isn't that nice? So, I mean, they're really cracking down on violence. They are really offended by it. They don't want anything to do with that kind of thing on their website.
I mean, you wouldn't want to be in a position where you're guilty of inciting something bad happening in the country.
No. Amazon accused Parler of potential hate speech. Jeez. While it's selling actual Nazi memorabilia and jewelry covered with swastikas.
Whew.
And while Americans were outraged at the death of police officer Brian Sicknick, who was struck with a fire extinguisher at the Capitol riot, Amazon sells at least 130 pieces that condone that kind of violence with the hateful slogan, ACAB, which, as you may or may not know, is short for all cops are bastards. Yeah, they use that term. They used it all the time during the Antifa riots. And now it's still being sold on Amazon. But that's not a problem because it doesn't come from the right. The terms of Amazon's service state, Amazon does not allow products that promote, incite, or glorify hatred, violence, racial or sexual or religious intolerance, or promote organizations with such views.
Wait.
Unless they're on the left, of course. We'll also remove listings that graphically portray violence or victims of violence.
Wait, you just read something about there's an image of Trump blowing his brains out.
Yeah. And then, of course, the T-shirt, Kill All Republicans. That seems anti what this
that works.
Term of service states.
I'm also where's Lee Harvey Oswald when you need him?
Yeah.
The Nazi jewelry.
Sure.
Nazi jewelry. That's got to be.
Oof. Now, if you'd like the Florence and Partner Kill All Republicans black shirt with red lettering, it's only $20. Well, it's $19.99, then $7 shipping and handling.
Shipping and handling $7?
$7.
No, that's highway robbery. I'm going to find a promo code. Maybe Honey can help.
Okay.
No way.
But you will have that Kill All Republicans T-shirt in the end, right? You will have it.
Well, once I find the promo code.
My gosh. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you can... Every day we find stuff like this. We find it over and over and over. Guillotines, which is a huge symbol now for democratic socialists. They're also bought and sold on Amazon. The slogan, F around and find out, was just juxtaposed on a T-shirt over a picture of a guillotine. Another shirt had the slogan, be the guillotine you want to see in the world.
Oh, my.
Meaning... you should be cutting people's heads off. Is there any other meaning that you could possibly get out of that?
So these are from people that associate themselves with Antifa.
Yeah.
But I heard Antifa.
Black Lives Matter,
right, but
Antifa.
I thought it was anti-fascist.
That's what I thought.
So it's okay then. Because they say they're anti-fascist. And
Right.
so whatever they do is fine as long as...
Well, it's anti-fascist.
Right, but you're advocating for the murdering of an assassination of a president.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean that's
but they're anti-fascist. That's because the president himself, that they're advocating being assassinated, is a fascist in their mind. So that's okay because they're anti-fascist.
We have a process in this country. we can't just go around.
Which we went through, and it worked for them supposedly.
And they're still angry.
Still pissed.
You notice that?
And Amazon is still helping them, aiding and abetting them. That's great.
Boy, that's...
But don't you dare try to sell a T-shirt with an American flag on it.
Oh.
Either on Amazon or Facebook. Like that one we still got to talk about. She's had this story. I mean, Glenn talked to her last Friday. We still got to get that on the air. Coming up tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.